So this is block 7.
That's pretty.
It is very pretty. I like this one. So the main block, which is right here, we are cutting those quarter square triangles again for the red and the white, and then we have that big half square triangle. So when we're cutting those, we want to make sure that we're putting the Material Magic on the colors, and then the white, we want to use the best press. That way it doesn't shift on us, since we are going to be sewing with bias on that particular block. So that's what I did on all, that's what I did on mine. I used Material Magic when I was on the colors. So it gives it a little extra stiffness, since we're going to be cutting those on the bias so it doesn't stretch out. And then I used Best Press on my white background. So, because I didn't want 2 Material Magics, it's a little too tough. So that way I still have a little bit of give. And you're going to want to add those while you're pressing before you cut. Don't cut out your pieces and then put the Material Magic on. Do that while you're pressing and getting your pieces nice and flat before cutting. And that was probably the hardest part of this block, was this little one right here. Because all the other blocks are just little 4 patches.
Yeah.
So you just have your 4 patch, which I turned one the wrong way. It's not the right way, but oh well. And what I did, I followed all of his pressing directions, minus when I did my 4 patches. I spun my seam on that 4 patch.
Okay.
So I could get it nice and flat in the center, so I didn't have a big lump or bump right there. So I just spun that seam, but everything else I followed his pressing directions, and it all nests beautifully together. That's the only one that I changed. I told the in-store gal, so I'll let you know too. So that one was pretty easy. And then of course we have some more applique circles.
Okay.
I did the steam seam on the back of my circle. And then I also had the lightweight tearaway when I was stitching, and I've left mine in just so you can see it. Once I'm done, I'd rip that part out. But that way it helps keep this stitching from puckering then. And he gives you, if you want to use a blanket stitch, he gives the width and length that he used in there, and that's what I used on mine.
Okay.
And that came out nicely. If I had the steam seam on the back of the color circle, and then the tearaway on the bottom as I'm stitching, it wasn't trying to pull underneath. It's nice and flat then. And then our last row, our last accent row, is just making the start of a log cabin. And that's all. So we just have our white squares, and then 2 different colors, a square and then a rectangle. And then it's just rotating them, so you get that fun little effect there. So this one was actually, I didn't think was very difficult. The cutting did take a little bit of time, but once you get to the sewing part, it was, I was flying through it. So that one is block number 7. Now I will say next month we will be doing paper piecing. Our block will have lots of paper piecing. So I'll make sure if anybody needs a paper piecing demo, I will do that as well.
Were there any changes in the cutting dimensions or anything on this one?
This pattern, this month, there are no corrections for cutting or anything. You're all good. I double checked. There's nothing going on for that. So we're all set there. So whatever it says in the pattern, you are good to go.
Good.
Do you have any other questions about any other blocks or
No,
no?
no.
Yeah, this
Pretty
one,
easy.
this one was pretty easy. So yeah, nice and hey, that's what we like, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Kind of nice to have that little more laid back in the summer. So yeah, that was block 7.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, that's all I have. So, and if you
Okay.
don't have questions, nobody else is here. So,
All right.
all
We'll see
right.
you next
Well,
month.
we'll see you next month. Sounds good. Have a good day,
Okay.
Kathy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.